101.7 NEAT 100.9 Ship House Abeka Junction Accra. Hello 101.5 FM. Kumasi Edum Omanba. And you may address a Ghana Nama who does some many a Debramo Caseboinam radio stations abroad Hasso Ghana Naman on any other to peacefmonline.com. peacefmonline.com.
Na Akan Mampeni Tontamani Mahama and Wakatra Mampeni and now the Danko Kufuado. Iron boy. Watasa Ghana Fosika wa de Hayelu pray. Etre mudi atrentieno. Etresu wo mu Ghana for.
The ostentation and opulence that have characterized the spending of taxpayers' money, the misuse of scarce resources on the avoidable creature comforts of the president and other leading officials must come to an end.
Na abai trasa Catholic Bishop Conference for asamwa wamudi tu dano wamasum. Na pape waye economist. Your friend Dr. Francis Tando, watasa kanima mpeni Tontamani Mahama, ka wakasa Ghana ayadeno. Ghana fuankasa nenim said the economy niti anyu ano no wabeka.
Abainu ordinano and our fire who say a mine yawabrenya. Ghana fuam, and Yano na bainu so explain bibia. Ghana fuam, inti President Mahama, and no dear, to me, say a bainu na Ghana for or said you or 2 foot Ghana fuam.
Na Akan Mampeni Tonde Jakum Kufo, Aya Kofidi wo Otoko Bila, and Waka saying, was ya dear Bakwa, a Sasa Ghana for Nina Yakutia, Aya breast cancer.
More fastest being a while and Waka. All sides necessary support now. Yet money. Now, me be behind man interest. Papa, we are not a move me. I miss me do what you know.
Na Emra Sabeda Asasia Wamu Tnasia LGBTQ+ Wamu Atinko Fuadentre Yanu Anumwa Wamunuma Peteshi Awa Ghana Han Wamundia de Srediama Dr. Mohamed Baumiasa Nadawurma Sadegeta Banu Wateta one fan petition some fan kosubi and some become Yade Kasiabamu Asida Metumekoi.
Ozon's Chemist, Abusia, Omo the Ozon's Gala Capsules Abedja, so MTN everywhere you go. High Sense Ghana, everyday prices for everyday people. Duffy's Health and Beauty, or Hima Feminine Miss Chaninian on Carbank say. Baby Abuko be our bank and a double seminal. Over star 771 hasha or register. Send Mokoi and the cray more and you may Yatasid in Semi Ebremo. I can go for Moti and can you may ayame. Nana Yao Kessi and
Aman Saintia me Quabinamafo. I
feel some no any. Enra enyumre eno mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ekasaye efa Ghana sitra ewom sesi aho ochire efa sikasem ho se ne asetra mu ayeden afa ene ntutu ahodo a abanwe eba ye waye efiri baabi ono eja Ghana ho ene baabi mampani akufo ado babeso mu afei Ghana ka oka ho asem enhyehyɛ Ghana eye kwan ebefa so ma manfo anya adwuma ye ni nyina oka eho asem na ade ba kwa oka ese eha no pa ne se ekwan a omampani ne naban wo mo fa so di Ghana sika chese sika no o ma hyeda so wo mo se ne keke emfa obi aso chese nya so wo mo ye de asie kro oye ama obi hunu ya chese emfa no ho kra isa so obi antimi nka hwe enkyere no afei wo se na nke tigana dadadai e ba ne sen se bia mampani tu kwan na da could be a serium shan say, young Congo Highway Shan, then can hardly. Now, where do the atrium that there be a walk on highway machine? We machines or high so a shepe and war higher. Nina Chess or Mampania Kufado, while Maso of Morgan is come by.
The ostentation and opulence that have characterized the spending of taxpayers' money contrast sharply with the suffering of the people. The misuse of scarce resources on the avoidable creature comforts of the president and other leading officials must come to an end. It is an unpardonable show of disrespect and insensitivity to the plight of the suffering of the mass of millions of Ghanaian citizens spent on renting luxurious aircrafts for presidential travel at a time when the state of Ghana has a fully fitted and airworthy executive jet that can ferry the president anywhere in this world. And I know because I use that aircraft. Professor Mills used that aircraft. The staggering 68 million Ghana cedis that was spent on presidential travel for the first 9 months of 2019 alone constituted an unconscionable waste of very limited public resources at a time that the population was being asked to tighten their belts. If you ask people to tighten their belts, you must be the first to show the way by tightening your own belt. Leaders must be in tune with the sensibilities of the people. Resources entrusted into their care must be used judiciously for the public good. If this kind of waste was avoided, significant resources could be saved to address some of the more pressing concerns of the people.
Now, Mampenda da John Dramani Mahama eto aso say, awuchira mampani Akufo-Addo naban e de ababe ya Ghana for ekomu no. De ha adwene ne say, budget ya nyame ya no na otwesi enim ye bekenkan yi. Obrebe na so ase ane ote ne say ahokyere no, afekura na de ano ohie, chen de ete ho dada no eba.
Who would have thought that the arch opponents of IMF programs in the immediate past will now find themselves in a situation where an IMF program will be recommended as a way out of the terrible economic mess in which they have left this economy? There are indications that government prefers to impose more hardship and suffering on Ghanaians by introducing very painful fiscal measures in the 2022 budget, which is expected to be read next week as a way of avoiding an IMF program. This government must realize that there is only so much that the already overburdened Ghanaian people can bear, and piling on more taxes and levies on them will have devastating consequences on our households. The very high cost of living will go through the roof, leading to severe suffering for millions of people. And in any case, what happened to the mantra of from taxation to production? This is not a time for more taxes. The people are already reeling under the heavy weight of existing taxes. This is a time for efficiency and the modest use of the taxes that are collected from Ghanaians.
Omampeni da John Dramani Mahama nura no de sanse mu sei etu dwa salamat kuku apente na bo anomaye.
Na asansam no a wode tu dwa na mu ba ko ne se e Ghana asetena mu aye den pa mampeni na na do ne na ben wo mama Ghana ye den emu tena kura anya akono na yanua Pius Bedu Bansen any senior lecturer or say head of economics department our Garden City University here Kumasi. Dr. Francis Tando atete nkomo ena papedi tuda watre se John Dramani Mahama ewa ho kwan so watre na adwene se Ghana ni but enyo no ena beka tre Ghana fo so mu ni ntine na wo manu makum yato anum se ya wotre ya ne yanim se ya wontre ya nso a ne yanim Ghana ni bi anim se hit no afa hu bi a obi nka ntrew emfa hu nso a obi nka ntrew enti eni wanu no kukum so obaba baka kire Ghana fo se ya na mahotrem obi anim ne level na wotremu a wo se aban yi try se obeye niama challenges ya efesu omen obetumi abɔ no homɔde bia asoso anon kakrankra etumi apushi Ghana akɔ anim John Dramani Mahama betumi atere na adwene but wɔka wɔnka wɔno de yanko na Ghana fo ankasa yɛtimu no yɛnim sɛ yɛ ho kyere yɛn anaase yɛ ho nkyere yɛn
aban no ordinando ana ode fa ye ho se eman ne ye wabra nya Ghana fo amu enya nokore na aban no so explain bibia Ghana fo amu enti president Mahama eno de untumi nka se aban no na ma Ghana fo o se bi o tumfu gu Ghana fo ani branch ye soro na okwa adwuma abranche ne ha be hu se masore adwuma na manya me kɔ boso me so ye tua meka eno beka de se economy ni yo ane enye ono no nim se wanya adwuma a oye economy ni nye na branch no soro na onya adwuma anya Obeka dia obeka ebrofo ebesi dan obeka kasa kusi sen a ono nim se ade na nya because adwuma no ko nya bi nye se nyama boarding na sika hye nimpa no kwa ne bottom na okọ market no ntumi nta enya dia se bi aban ne beka no na baba nimpa na hu se ho Ghana dia nyama boaf enti dia president Mahama ka no ho ne dia me ne nya adwen Ghana fo na nkasa na feel economy enti aban beka no eno no enkyere ba dia Ghana fo feel te se Ghana fo be sori aka se oh ye pedwuma Ghana fo ka se ye pedwuma aban beka sign se edwuma 20,000 na wan a Ghana fo ngindi because ye Ghana fo no feelings na ehia
we are senior lecturer head of economic department Garden City University Kumasi Dr. Francis Tando ena woyi kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama and somewhere wadi tu de yano. After that, yenua Pius Bedu Bansen asa bisa no say, ayi kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama sa ka say, adia ba ko a waman ɛyɛ datene ɛyɛ mmabuna a wɔn ni adwumayɛ ɛyɛ youth unemployment no na no wɔtrɛ sɛ ɛyɛ nyinaa yɛnka yɛn ho mbom ɛnya baakofoɔ na enya ɛyɛ obi asɛm na yɛnsa kwan kora yɛbɛfa so a Ghana mmabunu no bɛnya adwumayɛ na no de ɔtrɛ sɛ ɛne kwan so ano no
mbrante yɛ adwuma asɔfo no kora wo preaching no kora bɛyɛ de because wo preach ankrɔfo bɛto collection ma wo nso watumi aka nsɛm a abɛma nkrɔfo asakra sɛ nkrɔfo yɛ adwuma am sɛ mo ntaa nya akrɔfo bebree nti am sɛ wo preaching no kora na mu bɛyɛ de nti no ɛyɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa stakeholders ahemfo nyinaa yɛhyia ano no non partisan no de enye ndisi asɛm enye MPP asɛm enye asɔre A anaasɛ asɔre B asɛm ɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛn nuanom yɛ adwuma yɛn nyinaa yɛ adwuma yɛn nuanom mba yɛ adwuma wobɛhu sɛ man ne mu ayɛ dɛdɛɛdɛ nti yɛto ade a yɛbɛkɔ yɛyɛ bibi a ɛbɛkɔ so nti me deɛ megye di sɛ deɛ ɛhɔ no deɛ President Mahama is right all non-partisan DC foɔ yi mu nyinaa mu yɛnhyia MPP foɔ yi mu nyinaa yɛnhyia Ghanafoɔ technocrat university foɔ yɛyɛ te university a yɛwɔ ha no mu nyinaa mu mbra ɛkwan bɛ ne yɛfa so Ghanafoɔ bɛnyɛ adwuma deɛ ne yɛn nyinaa yɛnyɛ yɛmfa nka ho sɛ yɛde kɔto constitution mu na yɛn trend ne yɛ make sure sɛ Ghanafoɔ bɛnyɛ adwuma ɛhɔ deɛ me ne yɛ adwen 100%.
One of he's in tandem with him. Na and what no, and I can penny Don Damani Mahama trese abay budget no our baby radio. Modi amon fansa down. A 2 hour best smugu Ghana for so yet work it. And no Dr. Francis Tando trese one yin the crasa abay at the tarts of fro at the baby smugu Ghana for so. Nemum. Baby aban wɔtra ne nkwabe mu ekodu ɛwɔ to agyeje ho no ɛna bia wɔbɛsa tum kakra de aka ho ɛnde wɔbɛtum akwatiri na tax ne gyeje no aye bebre bat sɛ bia ɔsa be increase taxes de wɔnde ni sa aban yi bɛyɛ sa
min jindi say tax bi beba be outrageous because already no sisi and Ghana man no as a pressure about the few people are mutia tax and so it is a bank to be say be introduce tax a be backfire in the sense say the or economics say we increase tax be brepe e more tax revenue require sign conform intermediate me gidi say e wide and no be wide omo a omuntia no baby a tax no nka say yenya bi free a emba no baby a portal bi wa ye pese ye tua sa portal na leakage bi wa ye pese ye tua no sa na me expect say nka minister no ebeye IMF no de yanka say yebetumi minister no sisi a otiwe kura no obetumi put in place measures a obe escape IMF without increasing taxes intermediate menjin this say ebeye say omo be introduce outrageous taxes bi a baby wo ho ananka tax bi ha say yetumi nya free ho ena yenye eno na ode beba but say ye the new tax man Ghana for ho e be kire omo no de I don't think the minister in his sense obeye sa de
Garden City University Kumasi or your senior lecturer or head of economic department, Dr. Francis Tando, or near Pius Bedu Banson.
Oko abankɛseɛ mu a na ɔtwe bia pɛ na ɔhwɛ nkitahodie so ra Eugene Ahen ɛwɔ nhyehyɛ a wɔne mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ no a ɛto nkrafra abankɛseɛ mu no ayɔ yɛ kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ so aban mu nyina no wɔ mu hyia na ɔde nneɛma ato wɔ mu anim na ɛnɛ yɛwɔ yi Obeni Eugene Ahen ene nsantwofo ya eto nkrafra abankɛseɛ mu ahyia sɛnea da wɔyɛ no na ensɛm a ɔbobɔ so bi ɛfa na no Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference enhyiamu okokodi ye ɛwɔ wa ɛma wɔn titrani His Grace Philip Name ɛde nsɛm to dwa sɛ aban wei wama ɔman mu ayɛ den papa sɛ aban yi ba ɔhyɛ bɔ so ɔba ma ɔman mu ayɛ mmerɛ ɔba no aba bɛbɔ ɔman agya padeɛ ho ban sɛ no ayɛ hwebu ada saa asɛm no ɛna onyamfo Eugene Ahen kyerɛ sɛ dabi Ghana Catholic Bishops ɔmo asɛm no a wɔmo ɛkaayɛ no akyea ne nyina soɔ no akyea enti sɛnea ɛsi akyea fa no ɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛde kyerɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ.
In as much as this administration is extremely tolerant of divergent views and welcomes criticisms of its work, we believe that these criticisms should be well-founded and well-grounded in fact, as this is the only way an honest conversation devoid of malice and propaganda can be held. You all recollect that the president took the oath of office on 7th of January 2017 and again on 7th of January 2021. And on both occasions, he pledged to protect the public purse, and that's exactly what he has done and he continues to do. Indeed, the transformation that has taken place in all aspects of national life points to an economy that has been well managed a public purse that is being well protected, and the benefits are showing. Indeed, if President Akufo-Addo had superintended over the wanton dissipation of public funds, firstly, the Ghanaian people would not have reposed their confidence in him barely 10 months ago by returning a decisive margin of victory for him in the 2020 elections. Now, free SHS, which guarantees a minimum of senior high school education for all Ghanaian children and has already granted access to some more than 400,000 children, would not have been possible if the public purse was not being protected.
And Chlamunu say, Saranka Ghana for who is sending a Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, Akan ya. Now no ekoko to abenka Ghana for no mudi to me one Pania Akufo-Addo no. Omo ento emfa manasa enti one de one na naso for pono enye adwene. Ora yigina he to aso say COVID-19 eba ye e de ahokyera brewiase ba bia. Na COVID say ma for ho kyere wo mo no eman a mo sikasem etimi gina yie no. Ghana eka ho bi. Ese wo ko ba bia fam wo bo ayedin adwama so ayedin. Niam bo ekosoro koso. Enti enye se bia Ghana no ono nko a na ote ne ba bi e na sam from ahye ebo fa ne ho afoforo de wo mo nka ho.
In the midst of COVID-19, when most of the economies of the world found themselves in a recession, Ghana was one of the few economies that reported positive growth. High fuel prices, high freight charges, rising cost of living are currently not a Ghanaian phenomena. They are the order of the day across the globe, unfortunately. Just as every country is confronted with these challenges, difficult, if I may say, largely as a result of the impact of COVID-19, Ghana under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is making every effort through the Ghana Cares Obatampa program to alleviate the hardships brought forth by the pandemic. It is important to state that the Akufo-Addo government will continue to work for the development of Ghana and help improve the living standards of all Ghanaians. Far from being out of touch, this government is highly focused on delivering its mandate.
Na fei efa na no nhemu ya wono ekoye ewo Glasgow COP26 no so no eba beto odwase Ghana ban enko a ekro nipa ode omokoya hasa aduasa nso 337 eno so yugina hen echiremu.
One matter that has since generated some level of controversy is the supposed number of delegates that attended the COP from Ghana. Now, let me state for the record that the government of Ghana did not send or fund 337 Ghanaians to attend COP26. Indeed, there are three categories of persons who were permitted to attend COP26. And these are 1, United Nations and related organizations and agencies; 2, media and non-profit organizations with observer status; and 3, representatives of parties to the convention and observer states. And from what we've seen so far, it has been shown that not all 337 persons who registered as participants indeed attended the summit. There were media personalities as well as reps from TSOs who were captured on the list of 337 persons and who have also confirmed that their trip to Glasgow was not funded by government. So for the avoidance of doubts, let me place on record that the official presidential delegation, emphasis on presidential delegation, comprised of 24 persons, including the President, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Minister for Energy, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, as well as officials of the Presidency and Foreign Ministry.
Na ne kwakwa mu na ora yigina hen ka say ene November busumi da to so edu ba akui mampani na Dankwa Akufo-Addo edi Ghana dom enim edi onom akọ UNESCO Director General na nhyiamu bi ya ekoso ya afiafi nhyiamu ya United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, the 20th UNESCO, one of ya ebaso one my group Paris, ya France emu. Na ochena na sa adwadi no ebebaso. Eno achi mampani free memenda ebe obefa na wotwe de age na home. Ze mampani afiafi bia obre kakra a otwade ge na home na ode na wotwe ebeje na home na no so ahomegye no mu kra no dwabo bi bekoso of France wo wage atum so obeti trani ahwe ama France mrahye bedwafie ho sa dwabo no watena pruti na nyame ya adom na se bibia ma mesanka bayra homa mu wosoro hode ya na kire se November busumi da to so edu nkron se kira na awotwe eno mampani ebesan aba Ghana.
The President will lead the Ghanaian delegation to attend UNESCO's 75th anniversary ceremony, which is being held at its headquarters in Paris. The UN Charter, which came into effect on 16th November 1945, provided for the creation of a specialized agency in the fields of education and culture. And the President will, on Friday, 12th November, deliver a statement on the impact UNESCO has had in Ghana and what Ghana expects from UNESCO in the coming years. President Akufo-Addo will, from Saturday 13th November to Saturday 20th November, take a much-deserved, long-overdue 7-day leave of absence, during which he has also accepted an invitation to preside over the panel that would adjudicate a debate in the French Parliament on the trial of progress on 19th of November. He's expected to come back to Ghana on Saturday 20th of November, and in his absence, the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, will act in his stead.
Eugene Ahen, ono NYA penna ohwe nkitahudie so ewo abankesiem. Ono na cheche nsemu nyina kire nsanchurofo ya eto nkra free Ghana abankesiem. Peace FM yaman bofo na na abentri adama ne nsaka sansemu yi.
Na abasa na kakrani na National Security Minister ononyamfo Albert Kandapa eyine empenimfo bi yensiemudie ya na ye Judicial Service na Ghana Bar Association. Na ya National Security Strategy document ya watere chiremudi atere omunti eneyi edu Parliamentary Senate Committee on Defense and Interior for na etumedie no ase no na eye de ewamu bi anokra opening remarks ya eye sensitization workshop ediama Parliamentary Committee on Defense and Interior na wana ononyamfo Albert Kandapa efa akwanya no so ekyerɛkyerɛ National Security Strategy document ni munsam edikyerɛ wonum.
Secession wasn't a problem in this country, or at least was not regarded as any serious security challenge. These days, following the activities of the Homeland Steady Group Foundation, you can no longer take that for granted. It's not really said this issue of secession has not become a problem in other regions, but it doesn't mean that it will not raise its ugly head in other regions. When you listen to the people in the Volta region, the major reason why they want to secede is that they believe they are being marginalized. Talking about marginalization, is it the only region that can talk about being marginalized? I think there are other regions that can also say the same thing. And what it means is that if Volta region can take it to that extent, probably other regions can also take it to that extent.
Na anuatina ononyamfo Albert Kandapa etrese sentia aban echiechia sampenimfo nyina ne se ba akofo nsantumi nsu nyame ni katenti wo nyina ka ho a ena ni suade hunu no betumi abem.
In doing this one, therefore, it was a deliberate policy that as much as possible we will work, especially with all the political parties, with all those security experts, and with civil society, organized labor. We wanted everybody to be on board and to contribute to the production of this document. And I want to thank especially the minority parties for the active role that they played. That you could get experts from different political parties to contribute to a document being produced by a government in power. It's not been the sort of thing that we've witnessed in this country for many years.
Dear Yatin Kase aye ononyamfo Albert Kandapa na nuatina mrasebe denia wudrama this year one fantimai osaye deputy chairperson Parliamentary Senate Committee for Defense and Interior ononyamfo Mese Sofiria Mensa Hayford enso trese sa enisuade huni nipa ba akofo pe entumi nye enu nti na aban behia wonum nyina mu ase se ye nyina pejabo mu a enu de emu nya du bebre.
When it comes to the security of a nation, onye ankrankra juma much as our yawa femudin or there must be a mafimudi, and then all the institution that has been taxed and mandated to provide security or it's my American Defense and Interior Committee and they are by Yeshim, Yabete Yebo, Yakajatum. Now, Obi another me other institutions are in Bambomsem. Bambomsem is a concerted effort. Ain't once was about worship. Ebia bibu o ha heni enwa yefim ana bibu ha heni amfa nka ho o me nyina anya kro because when it comes to security issues or ye key na yenjin to me hu there for once Ghana as a country you was documented for our security. It is our banking paper, no be so required. A yadza or down for generations to come.
Dear Yatisa Wakase Yamrasabedenia with Drama this year one Fantimaya was I a deputy chairperson, Parliamentary Select Committee for Defense and Interior. When on young for Mrs. Ophelia Mensa Hayford, on Yatin Casse Tattoo.
Bibem has say, Amahudra, Enyesi, Bruni, Eddie, and so na enunti yaka English, no. Aqua Kushia, Ewo, Nigeria, one moment Shebejano wasem. Na sa men ya Akan Koskoko, Enyesi, Bruni, Kase, Wamo, Ewo, Ku, ya, Omu, Free, Shebejah, who do any name, no, the Oma Babishi, near to the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association of Africa. Now, Omushia Muno Ekoso, Ewo, Nigeria. Ehono ena omampani abedi echire His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo ekokasaye no chese ogina niwura omampani Muhammadu Buhari anemu ena obie sa adwabo no etoso duonu baako no obia no ewo Nigeria. His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo echire se nansen ya covid ba ya man nyina ho akire wo mo ewo wiase no ena International Monetary Fund IMF for ekokotwa esika $650 billion US say amaya ho akire wo mo nyina anye no mfa ndwe atwa wo mo ho arawo sam ne say ye che sika titiri die Africa na bibi mind ye che ye no ebibre mo man nyina o opepepe duasa $30 billion pe ene ye de ma yen ena brofo no ache de aka no afa no mo kuro ya be kwa san aba be ka kire say hia yen ne ye ho kire yen ye didi dodo sa de no ene wo say what the offer kwenya iso aka kire IMF ene wo mo eka ho no say sa de no ebra so wo mbejai sanse so man bi ti say bia USC ene ni nuanom kan omu kura mpo so omu hia moa amoma kwa kotwa trillions of dollars e de agumu a na bibi man.
Africa remains at continued risk of socio-economic stagnation because continuing infections, including from new variants, will prevent the full recovery. There is evidence that the economic rebound in other parts of the world is positively related to the extent of vaccinations that they have undertaken. In any event, the rest of the world will remain at risk of resurgence of COVID-19 because the presence of the virus anywhere in the world poses the risk of emergence of new and more deadly variants everywhere.
Na semi echi ena Honorable Dr. Zainab Gimba wono ena oye Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians Africa womo ejiteni enso eka se ebibrem ha se nsusu no ye kanipa mu ayipemu ayeya ye kutia ma papa say ye kan opa ye nhwe bibrem mra hye badwa ahodo ni nyina ni ye nhwe meme wo ho ni emfa ntoto ma no ho na bo se ye ayipemu editie nipa.
Women also face the motherhood wage penalty, which increases as the number of children a woman has increased. In addition, women bear disproportionate responsibility for unpaid care and domestic work. Women tend to spend about 2.5 times more time on unpaid care and domestic work than men. Who really believes that women hold the sky? Women are less likely than men to have access to financial institutions or have a bank account. While 65% of men report having an account at a formal financial institution, only 58% of women do worldwide.
Mami okasa ye friend of Dr. Zainab Gimba ono ena bibremu emrahye badwafo no ema ewo mu one omufri amahodo a eka enyiresi bruni kasa no oda womo ano Emmanuel Akoli ewo Abuja ono ena boabo azimia no ede ema yen.
Now, a second deputy speaker of parliament, right, Honorable Andrew Siama Mwakun, and Mrasabaja for Quasitna. And a papa said that Nasia Yabutra is okay. One Benyan Padudu, I bet to Yama Mrasabaja for Atanasiana. And to us said that delay time crack a crack when you are at 10 so still I know when Yanni Padudu. And I'm Rasabetania with Nama this year was out on. And young for some will quit the tabrakwa. I catch Mr. Speaker or Tiakunyum say, Mr. Speaker, Wadauruma, yatena no mo a nipa dodo asase ba mra se bedefie ne yese dwumedi asese de yense se tie no enipa no maaye entime susu se yentun seda na sade aya no.
We know when proceedings are to commence, and we know what a quorum is, and we know that there is business to be conducted. We cannot, when we have failed to do what we must do, now try to hide under all kinds of gymnastics to, as it were, circumvent the rules. The lesson from today, which must be going into tomorrow and subsequently, is to ensure, or must lead to ensuring, that honorable colleagues come to the House punctually and to conduct business. Based on that, Mr. Speaker, I rise under the authority given to members of Parliament under Order 41(1)(a) of our standing orders, which is expressed that at any time prior to 3 minutes before the stated time for concluding a sitting, a member may move for the adjournment of the House. Based on Order 41(1)(a), I respectfully ask, Mr. Speaker, that proceedings be adjourned to tomorrow.
Yentu asetena no fankwase rade ya adomwa watina we ya mrasebe deni a wodina ma sauton ononyamfo samwoku to abrakwa na after that eno ononyamfo mama yarega ono nso ya mrasebe deni ma adese wo boko central and what say Mr. Speaker dear minua ne kaya no mefoa so yentu nsa da watina rade ya adomwa ne yaba.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I think ordinarily we'll be adjourning at 2 o'clock. It is almost 2 o'clock, Mr. Speaker. So ordinarily, right, Honorable Speaker. So ordinarily we should be adjourning. The House.
Dear Yatin Kase, your Nyanfo, Mama Yarega, Emra Sebeteni ma this year Waboko Central. Na Enramum and Assassinina Esi Wamra Sebetefie. Deputy Majority Leader Yawa Parliament, Ayo Nyanfo Afanya Marking. Nebra Wamuguso Ed Bobo Sassamun Waterso. Wanukra de Quanum Quan, Quambe to me cry to Aso. Ama Oma Yomu business, as Womu Yananso. Assembly nyina was second deputy speaker ho enti de wono beka no eno an wo nyina bedi so.
In any event, Mr. Speaker, we sought your lead as leadership. Unless the whole essence of this application is to undermine leadership, I don't know. Unless Honorable Ablaqua's whole motive is to undermine leadership, we sought Mr. Speaker's lead, and we are back. Oblige us. So we announce our decision to Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we confer, and we have come to realize that it's past 2. And Mr. Speaker, if it is past 2, we either make an application to you to extend sitting, or we place ourselves entirely. Mr. Speaker, we have conferred, and we've looked at the business for today. We have no hesitation at all in placing ourselves entirely in your hands so that we come tomorrow and do business. We thank you.
We are Deputy Majority Leader of Parliament. Ononyamfo Afenyo Marken wa Isaiah Mrasebe Jenima this year Wefutu. Second Deputy Speaker of Parliament. Ononyamfo Speaker Right Honorable Andrew Esiama Muakon. One watina demunti di oketa atuni.
We cannot suspend the House again. It's past 2. So I'll go ahead to adjourn the House to tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the forenoon. Honorable members, I think this House is embarrassed. The cameras are on us. We deliberately suspended the House for 1 hour just to make sure you get the numbers. Yet, we couldn't make out the numbers. I've counted and counted and counted and counted. You still have not made the numbers. Please, let's advise ourselves. The House stands adjourned.
the house stands adjourned and within a hammer no bo hopine. Way a speaker of parliament ya watina kunyem right honorable Andrew Esiama Amuako.
Na ensamfo fromu yenim se bosumi bia afi bia bosumi du no ewiase nyina de si ho e de bo dawuro efa kokram ya eto ema nufumu eho na Ghana nso so yenyi ye ho emfiri mu na eba breast cancer ene ho da obu Ghana ase de minim se atana ba kwa uyi omfiri mu a enye yie eye Peace and Love Hospitals ene Breast Care International Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Wiafia edi omo anim na fribaye emfie ekodumienu nie ya afibia wo sha se ye nante entu monten so emfa modawuro enti akokramato ma no fumu no opani ba kwa wata Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Wiafia ene Peace and Love Hospitals ne Breast Care International chi amo on ma hodene amo abosa dawuro idi ababesi ne eye kane Ghana mampani bosompra ajikum kufo na afi dia nso so omampenda da akofo wanyini ho amfrim ewom se papa ne mfie kwa anim ya na ho ode nso kofom kakra na nso so wo se o manu mu na bam e ma ba bia timi be ko bia omampenda da akofo wode na ho ode nta wo machi de obetimi aye e de aboa ama adwumadi na koso bia so woye na no na esanse afi bosome no October na kɔ na wieye na yedi breast cancer awareness month na wiye ntino Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Wiafia ni team ekokosra omampenda da John na Jekum Kofo ene no twetwe nkomosan kokoda na se efiri mra wo hye saa da ubo na se no mampenda da wontentena da e wo ho na afi bia so wota wonom akiri na mampenda da akofo nkasa mu no se ono de ogidi se adwuma Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Afia de ene team no eye no eye adwuma pa se ye modawuro enkyere nua manom se kokuram bi e wo ho e wo se bitimi ye mema de so ma de ne do so kokuram wo ho ya etimi to no fo wan hwe yie no wa hu ne ntem a ye betwa no fo na otisu kwa anye ye bi e bakwa koto do mpim akwa kofa asema ba ontimi ntranse se onfa ne ho nhye saa da ubo no emu
adi awe no sabro nya ma ho Ghana ne nipa nyina hwesa alatani fefe Nigeria ni but one more dey na kani nyina Ghana there was hardly a villager na sabi Nigeria bincho yani mo ana tia o na jamunya mo is kanti na mo refi ense munya but one say sad enti na wasa babio enti yasa o kakasa no we are all one na wadwuma no nyame adwuma de boa na nya no ndancha so am offenses bi na ware no aka enti all sides na system support na we adwuma ni na me nye bibia man interest papa we ye no na amu me am so di wachi am di na wachi nya adwuma so a ye bewie ne bekoso a nipa wo we de ne bebia ya de ho nti wa obeboa me atimi ya stop ya de na eradicate na bebre na no ase o ase eboa
Omampeni da John Ajekum Kofo enu achi na penda wada Breast Care International ene Peace and Love Hospitals and Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Wiafia den so eka ne de
Food and Drugs Authority for Meatias. So, Muma will be a quine, so far a baby drew big and breast cancer. Into yesterday, no number. So, what tonight baby drew so what now, sorry, fee. What the knowness, Rasta, no phone, so no be a wondering your so the breast cancer. Would you waste time? I told them, dear, no more catch us at hospital near me a Purnima. They say, Cradom to me, one bar, be drew Peace and Love Hospital gate. No catches a cop, no more. Sabre ne ye mu hwenye yi enti yemia no ma na yetu omfo obia twa ne hu yi unya yare na ko hospital na yesama enti yare bia yetimi enyi ani fis na afibia ema 4600 plus na Ghana ye diagnose one with breast cancer na mu 2000 and over ene ewu about 50% senka covid by aka 50% na ewu aka ye de ense wieta enti no as I say, my nimbre.
Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Wiafia de and what is to Jamaica la Crofi and a boano at the MIA.
Na NDC amanyoko ana omokase. Mampenina na de danko kufu de na ya dabnada. Waga sede tosu edunsun. Ana wakoka te sodo. Suwa munsi tre the district hospital. Atumakwa uma district ya wasantimantem. Na ceremony no na tumedie kasia mampeni ba bedie attenda 111 ya waba besi hospitals bebrebe atwa pete Ghana mantem ni nyina 101 district hospitals na district ya wo mu ni bie wo mu benya bi district hospitals won sabeka bi ubesanya 2 psychiatric hospital ade aka ho especially wo mu a wa Medberet and wo mu a wa Southern no wo mu nyina benya bi afei 7 regional hospital and rehabilitation Accra Psychiatric Hospital ni nyina ne ya baba ye ne kama na yenua Kwame Kontobuaten Lord FM Western North Regional Communication Officer Emma National Democratic Congress NDC Amanyoko Sam Jerome atwete nkomo ena Sam etreso na wamu kromo sha ahopepre no a wamu di ya sa aduma na wamu hu se we ya be daye hospital ni de omunchi se NDC abreso sei wosi hospitals ya medru baby cry ya so boy emusi Legon Teaching Hospital Rate Hospital ene ya sabia wodo a wontumi mubodi nti ano de ya de papa wo mu support na mampani na na de dan kwa kufuado wakaza hwesura hwefom eno wo mu hu se sa de obeye nyina wo de montena na montan enkosi aga.
NDC is never against the construction of air health infrastructure. Anything I will share air health infrastructure, YCC Bebre, Legon, Teaching Hospital, Rage, and the count Bebre. So we are fully in support of WAIT. But over Western North Regional, now about 3 or 4 districts in any district hospital. That is Swaman, that is Budi, and Afino, Adabukrum. And now we are expecting, say, Sa districts me saying, Anya Krano. O mampeni ebehu bibisa ashase because also mampeni kasemwa o say abra no jaha o kate sodo asante mantem simultaneously no sa na ekoso wo all the 88 but enya sa kona kobo anan e wo sa district mensa maka obehu se bibia no ede ekoso so definitely there's no proper definition than to say a horse and I say bibia ni wa ede ekoso sa
na enuati na Sam Jerome etrese de wato boba kotere no kura na ne hu nse da anya bufu treze de wajira wonom no a wayese wani gine no Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia Vice President wo mu expect ne say wo sectors ya wodo wo hawa ato apete wo ko health sector kwaje egba akukọ mpe agric sector problems wo ho educational sector problems wo ho unemployment rate crowd ya 20 atu apete Ghana fa na nyina Dr. Mohammed Bawumia de ni nyina tontan ena digitalization wa digitalize ya enso mu hu bibi papa bia ewom
digitization na eno no nye an end to itself ade a bibi wo ho na wo sakra mu enti se bibi an wo ho a untumi digitalize so what I say enti ne nyoma ben na wo ho for instance in terms of agric in terms of your health sector in terms of your educational sector and employment money ade if say san nyoma we nyina no enko so a eden na wo ye na abefo ana bibi sa enti no omampanyina be de akire no he should be more concerned about making sure say these sectors na ye den ejina brane. And even in this case, before I say we call digitize, you need digitized infrastructure. Bisana say the infrastructure in terms of digitize and or the other.
We NDC Amanyoko Western North Regional Communication Officer Sam Jerome one yenia Kwame Kontobuaten Lord FM Sejibekwai and a churches ankomoy.
Na abasubodwuma de bi ekoso ewo asantememu za dwabo no de bo ekukudam bi a waye adwuma pa no wakanie enya ezuzanzo papa ewo adasa abrabo eho na excellence in leadership and skills award ena yede ema no a doctorate degree ya a free George Fox University ewo USA sa adwuma kuo kasie na moka na no wo mo ema ye managing director Dr. Father Dixon ono so omo ema no award no ebie ya chese na kanie eyesronko ema na adwuma so eso anipa na mpenifo adasa adwuma kuya no transe no wodom chese managing director ya wada Ghana cocoa processing company limited ano amwama hene amwama ewo atwuma nwabeja north mansirimu ewo asantemantam emu na naje ni mboaten ya wodi kan papa yi ye ka akanie sunsum pa owobi manobro so na se na osiye na adwuma no so no onye nipa opedede adwuma no so umusu oye enso bekọ no na chese wa ye adwuma no ama wo kra mpo agye wo nsam omo transe na omo hwehwe sa nema opani ya omo ntimi ntwa no enya enti ebra obo abaso afi Ghana for ma ya ye adwuma papa esese yeda wo mo adie no wo mo eyi amoma hene nana eje ni mboaten ya odi kan esoso ed no ka ho ebo na abaso manu mo ene yo
den na me fa na nyame ase wone ma wa ya ma me Zabraba ye boy pon kwachi na wadru se a na onse nyame aye bia ma na no na kire se ukosa abra mu ne sitie mu nyina na se de mu nyina madara ma se ne mutie na de nipa ka kire se ye otibia no na ofoma eno na kire se de tibia no me ma me hunu se nipa ene de nipa nanti tisa me koso ma nipa ehu nipa ye na me hu se nipa ede na me ne nipa tenase ye de a omo so be ka me ho asempa na oma no pa no so omo de ahyira me amanyame wa adwuma pa bi ma me a me so metimi ato aso na emre bi so no no afre na obu atemu a saa adwuma pa ma ye na he na ebetima aboa me so wo me dachi ti mo so mo bisa me so be da mo nyina ase made bi se da bia koso ba na de mo aso bagi atum se ene dom ye so nko no kire odo a eno na ma metri mo nyame na me hu se ba bia me ko bia no nipa obeto ye fom no okosoro a o ma na usane ababeto ena me de me se nyame se o ma ne nka ho mo
nana ejeni mboaten ya wodi kan amoama hene ono ene managing director Cocoa Processing Company Limited na ebra obodwa na George Fox University Emma no honorary doctorate degree and what is answering etudwa chief executive chancellor ya oda say koi ano his meritorious eminence Reverend Dr. Christian Kweitu enso kire say na Nigeria mboaten ya odi kan we ni papa
people who are achievers, people who have achieved a lot in their lives, and also they have not been selfish but impacted their achievements on society. We are living in a world where people are becoming very, very individualistic. Me, myself, and my family, and nobody else. We have a lot of people who have so much more than they need, and yet they don't know where to put the excess. What if wants to recognize those people, mobilize them together so that they can use probably the extra resources to impact lives. So you agree with me that we have a lot of people who are really accomplished and they are scattered all over in the world. Now, what we are also doing is that once we know those people, once we see those people, we honor them because you'll be working and nobody knows what you're doing.
His meritorious eminence, Reverend Dr. Christian Kweitu, and what is to draw ebra, womo ebo, nana ejeni mbuatin ya odikan abaso, ewo na adwuma pa ho. Nana mo ama hene, yesuso yabo abaso, yama otrinkwa, ene wadwuma pa, yankopon enka wo ho.
Na amampani na nado danko akufado 2016 campaign promise baako aye planting for food and jobs. Na sa programs si enkofo benefit pa ukọ half rating one me say ya be say 2 years no ekuyafo be say 165,638 ena womunya ho mfaso bia be 2 years womu no baye aye bebre na sa nipai emu 125,100 aya mema ena emu 40,538 nso yama na Warakins for the nyame aya have regional director minister of food and agriculture and what they are semi to yenua Atare Muhammad yanim sasa FM goso
Enyina nim se ahafo beye region 2019 na efri 2019 ebepem sabre akuafo a wo manya esomfa so ma benefit omododo ye 165,638 na ohemu asa enipa emu mema eye 125,100 ana ma 40,538 kabode na edua power nenso for planting for food and jobs and obaya ye hwe ye emo ebro se ehe production emo 2019 inya 6,439 metric tons. 2020 increase it could do 22,028 metric tons. If you bro 2019 inya 93,750 and 2020 so inya 36,540. If tomato so increase inya 113,327 and 2020 so inya 117,981 and amekonso say na say production situation no is it here.
na eno achi na wowura Kingsford nyame asa kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ saa planting for food and jobs na aban de baayɛ no ɛnyɛ so wɔde baayɛ no wogya no hɔ wɔsan de akande a bɛboa akuafoɔ no baayɛ me no ka sɛ yi 4,084 bags of fertilizers and wɔde ama wɔnum and wasan de 213,128 liters of liquid fertilizer and agrochemicals and nneɛma betumi aboa akuafoɔ adwuma yɛ nyinaa ban de aba.
Yɛwɔ NPK urea ana afei yɛwɔ organic fertilizer na sese no deɛ yɛwɔ ha no yɛ the liquid type wohwɛ NPK no a yɛ region no ɛbɛpim saa bere afei yɛ supply 32,498 ana urea nso yɛ supply 8,300 ana inorganic saa liquid fertilizer inorganic no nso a ɛyɛ liters and there nsuo nti yɛ supply 213,128 and so far a day ama for
na openi sa to aso a watrese se wakanse waka aban planting for food and jobs program a wode bai ni nyina bomu abono tofa obebo na baso ya ade pa
planting for food and jobs ya de bia abebo pa se amanfo ni be ya adwene a ene wonam bia wo hwe evaluation mu a wa wotum se bia eyemo nti abebo ama kwadwuma ekosoro pa tomatoes aye dua nso eno nso boa eno mom no wotum se tomato seeds no eno de omunte nua papa de by in terms of fertilizer boa ma yield ekosoro nti planting for food and jobs de meka ne se abebo pa ma ase kwadwuma ekosoro ewo ahafo hase
dear yate ne kase aye ahafo regional director minister of food and agriculture Owura Kingsford nyame wani ye nua Atare Muhammad Sasa FM ena tinsa nkomo
ewiai me ba adwuma na oba na okunu etemachi twan me adan a na no omo ka so omo ba beda yase yese aseda de emfa ni nyina manyame sase Nyankopon enko a ena wose aseda na nke betimi a yemfa Dr. Foster number ma no adan a wone ne yere ezi omo timi awo nyame adom omo awo abema kama no one person omoto akwala ni din sciatica ti se ne san ho se hwe na sciatica ha bema no ma an se nipa nso so wadwuma wo ye no fa gina sisie no so sciatica nti bema no ntimi nya hwe ene nyame adom Dr. Foster ne team ahwe asa ne yade nti ne opeso de akwala nto sciatica no so debi am se debi ene mo mfa no nto Dr. Foster mum na sciatica ne de yare nti ntimi mfa ba nto yare sa enye enu kra me bre ansa no omote ase de ntia tisa ne nyina aye adwuma part 21st clinic aye e de ama oba ene okunu moni so yeso yeda mo ase se mo ame ani adanse amfere 21st clinic no aye ka ho asem no me se ene ye nto nchia sa oti ya obi e wo osisi achi sanifri wa besi unantini ho no a ye frɛ no sciatica mesrew sciatica mane nko ba bi a wanhwa obi di blade be kwa papa wa ma untimi sori biom wontimi nante biom wiase kina hubenu ho me de ogefo na minim no ene 21st clinic ameka ho asema kire wi ma enya ne simple say fasa number 0540311311 0540311311 0540311311 ofra na ba bia wo no wa kire wo mo be kire branch a eben wo na wakwaje ayaresa. Give us herba and give us P capsules abedwaso. Give us P capsules no ayeka ho asem no. Be ma sesi anu wajamu, sesi anu wawie wadru eno no. Afei obi a ensanini agu be ma ho. Uguzu a woti ya wankasa. Uhia give us herba for wadru a efene give us P capsules. Ya oba akwa efene give us co capsules. Obi a koko ha wo. Da bia wona ma watu painti udi nu asum. Wo yeso anu achia waso do onsa ewura wasum. So odo nsa cheche kwa na de wura wasum o kwan sa na wo him no waso na ebete mesrew koko no koko I have a give us cool capsules ebeje. What the Natural Land Company Limited enka Natural Land Company Limited say what wo mo enka you Natural Land Company Limited the ProSlav capsules ebaye obi a woda ugu nsuo be empren enson ansa na ade ache mesrew wada ama uhia Proslav capsules are a free natural and company limited. So now we understand one ebe boa papa obi so say see anu abre wo hia cell strength capsules are eno so natural and company limited ene de abadwa so enmaku ada roma madwe nchira mode aba no efa edikan enie apirugu chakapama ese wono de wote enka loud and clear ewo zabun zongo apirugu yeda ase na nakua mo boaten ene wo se enra wote omampenda da John Dramani Mahama nka ya na nani abre ne ho kasa te se de omu omaida se ekombe ya na opike goso ene wo se omampenda da Mahama ene ne NDC de eba no pa trimupo edibu manya wo mo enibi kra nkama Foster achima yirebi ene wo se NDC ene opposition parties nka eni nyina no onesa wo mo eka ho ni nyina omunti omo ka no krese omampene akufu ado man na obu ni ade na beba we see a friend senior Kofi Chia we researcher na ono de BC for na omo twenso he no na omo trinkwa inzo da watepa ena o se omampene da John Dramani Mahama de obeka bia Ghana fo aten so enya ade a ye befa afei capito ogoso mention no say in fact Ghana for omo enkoyem from zo nkoto abamfa mo mampenda da John Dramani Mahama biu Martin Jan e wajo so do me abra en wo say ejan disi da so ho Frederick Mystical en wo say ta friend sciatica warrior or 21st clinic en wo so mu ye nyina ye moa na ye nyi katase ne dwurum die mfiri o man mu Sammy and Sky G e wo bechem en wo say nana yaw we are confused when why cause me are confused and cause we enti voice na mobile mo say former president and a kai mpacho wan well you inyan ho Veronica Dede and was me hwa mo London Peace FM nyame anim ni mo ya de papa Balami Patrick e wa komadan and was say yet your memu a oman no ngofo e defend on political party chen oman no na oman bi say be na yi commensa pillar 2 and was say NDC there NC bio abusia moma yemfa we hu me kase ebo no so nya boafo nkrato ye beba sesia
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yama yetiafo nyina akwaba na drivers and vehicle licensing authority DVLA baba said media surunku bi ase na wamu baba ye license adiama adesia ewo sewiasawen so ene wo real so municipality ewo Western North region ho na transport operators wamu ka ho private entities na corporate organizations nyina obia ka ho bi wamu baya search media diamu na ora Robert Williams ya oya Western North Regional DVLA manager and what I say ukọ omu office ya goro boys ni goro girls no ade wanum nyina boso entiama omu hu genuinely say we na ye papa na say we nya papa enti omu ba besem no omu aye papa ade ama wonum
nia ehye enkran de se ye dwumadie no ohwe sehwe so anase Western North region na amusu na state office no so e wo sehwe so na ye hwe hu ne se dodo na anya kwan tumi mba ho enti afa ne se ye bombode de dwuma na ebro mu eben o mo se be ya wo mo so betumi o mo hu be hem o mo tumi anya time ade aye license no tie no nti na ye ba na ye ba nso at least no nkrofo eba ebeye
sisi ade ya de vehicle registration no kura ba mabubu ano pe enti wamu a wampotam wanyina obi akura betumi aba register ne car ewa ha we aye owura Robert Williams ya oya Western North Regional DVLA manager ona yete ne kase woni ye nua kojo prekase de beat FM ena kasai
na no mampani abedi echire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eko Ashasi University Okasai efa abefo enkrato kwantempon ni dwuma hodo a edie ewo wiase aman sikasem eho na ekuo ba akoso o matena se atomaso din ahwese nka bi o mampani abedi echire bebo o mudin kra nsoso o mudin bon kra ayo mampani abedi echire din na o mo kai ne se o msoso ewo ho ekuo yi eye Ghana Korinsafo nka bomuku Ghana Drunkards Association Wamu titreni eye Moses Onya yetafe no Dry Bones. Dry Bones say nanu woti o mampani abedi echire ewo Ashesi University no. Ade ba kwa papa kan ya woto no boni trinkwa ne say pharmacy kra ye de beko digital app wo ho de ukwa ya ma prescription no wa de asende wo app no so. No o ma hwe ye be kire wo ba bia o munro no ne bo ne ye na o munro no so ye quality ne ade no oda ohwa na de wade abrew sa na omo ba be ye no wose sa de ni say ye papa say o ko doctor wie ne mo adura nya afi na abechinchina kwa akọ pa duro ba bi o to dem no oda na de duro na abrew e asempa na wono Moses Onya Dry Bone no wone ne Ghana Korinsafo nkabum ku atanse ehu say bro nya bebe nkofo we rinsa pa obeko sport na wo mantamu ho no na manfo abadem wo ho adan abro nya aba die be rinsa na basa no so a ha adwene ye ka say kra covid nyanko saa nipa so kwa akọbọ apem so saa no anhwe betumi akọfa bibi aba eti ko mo so mampani abedi echire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se nkebe ya we de Ghana Korinsafo nkabom kuo so o monsa do monsa yam ko mpe kwa bi so na nkensa ton so ye nya na digitize to dem a na bia ensa no a wo pe no apetese na ape a order na ye de aba so okwa app no so anu akire me pa apetese no so no mempe de de nadoa e na mempe de de asichie ni yis na aye mepe abe ankasa apetese enu sei no ma akire ba abe de ni bi wo na ye de aba ensa bia ope bia no so order na no so sane a order app no so Dry Bones season ka man penya be de chetimi ye we mo a anko mbe fa ne hye
enche bia ibidi bronya ya members no so mo doso ensa no no so ye sha mo bobo dom pimo drinking sport enti corona is so amana so the person ya best spread into no ye person ya fan ensa no to digital and ye the to digital so we ya ebia marogani 2 total and na prekese 2 total obo phone so once our GPS address na Ghana card ye dispatch rather be deliver ama e fie saba ya pin kono na ubafia akonya konhia yamnya na digital saba ya ebia your app bi na so abo phone so na ma o GPS address na wakuta Ghana card ye ba na yehu ana ya makesa oje house number ni na ye nsano di ama saba ya obetimi anu matna ofie so obebukura obebu ofie nko na konya konhia bia na mbeka he
Everybody Ghana shi Tifo de obi asem ya nam de mo fa njame akwa o se the evidence credit so ba no matic no uzamba oje obesan se me oda petition for thought aba
ye de
aba
no be receive no actually receive
how many thoughts
no actually they no aside
how many thoughts no they do not
na what they Akan
Pamjo de ten ne Ghana Korinsafo enkabomku wo mutitrani your friend Moses Onya aka Dry Bone no say ade bi so koso Ghana ha omo Korinsafo no say ye wura dan pare wo ba yi wo ye adwuma obie bo abaso ena dampi ena chese wo ba ye wadwuma penti ya sheda kra twabrofo ma se wo ye ka se I will damparize you na chese mechewo so wadwuma so Ghana fo nyina ni wo ho anu afriend pakuo we no ahia omo na no friends and drofo no mahia na no afra sofo no mahia na no creative art industry no mahia ne ade a but wo mo Korinsafo no wonto nsamfre wo mo ye wura dampare say ya boa payo a o msrew menye sa ne o mu ni agrosa na so ani na apa so de ne Ghana Korinsafo nkabom kuo kai wo say akuhudo na wo to nsafre wo mo no onya mfre wo mo o mu nyanya wo lete etie wura mpare IGP wadama fre wo mo
association o man mu nyina ye pe na ye doso Ghana 6.6 million over. But Yabati and Yasi creative art fascia, Yabati on Naso fascia. You should animals on near Subisia, Nanka, in Chebi or Crampa, and now routine view of a PCSA this one. No, my issue. Nanka Ebia, a police form, which is Ebia Maya. Yes, you say, okay, your members no, doing your eBay. Obia, I've been Banamo next year. I've been Banamo crossing major highway. Nanka. Ebia a foot to be in church, be security in church, you are one uncle Damai. And I say, yes, of creative art of first of all. Come here, yes, a moon pen idea, a moon or mining. But Usha, yes, we are poor, yes, we are power mine. You put your daughter's name, creative art form. Into your best friend said. So measures be appreciated this one. On my ahead of Xmas. Now, yes, yet to another member be alcohol baby, not say if you're cooking about accident, you could see a police for Akasa channel. And not say, yes, you are.
Okay, any ebeja no hosa Moses Onya dry bone one salamat kuku a pencil and a twitwin sankomu
na mo text message tatu okura no a givers bad givers p capsules are premature ejaculation to ase givers co capsules co sisi ade ne ayemtim nso etu ase 21st clinic ya na no size 21st ya Ghana nyina boso and sciatica ya nini ni asembiem domi heavy do abronsa ni na kumasi anya overseas ho Natalie Income Limited the Proslav capsules eboa ma be metumi tonso kama obetonso unya wo haubia ewom South Strength capsules ana weni so ebre wutie paaw ena wonam dua nyina ya omremremre ni nyina obesanya wa ho odin bio said me kwada roma mo text message tatu
yo kwabra text message no eno nyamba na ye de be ye ball bo ewiase nyina ball bo akansi world cup yimu de no a ekoso no ena wie ya donko ena Ghana Black Stars ena wa for free Ethiopia e de hihye so na Ghana for wani da so papa omo a eji coach Milo ni team die no wani da so pa se Black Stars e be hye na de ntia na man for hwese ka Black Stars be hye ne say na Black Stars have 9 points ena South Africa so 10 points na ka Ghana timi hye Ethiopia for no anke 12 points ye ka say ya South Africa ene Zambia for omususu asha ase na wo ma asha ase no se ko ba se South Africa for timi hye wo mo a na je so mo ko 13 points final match no so Ghana ne South Africa for ene bebo tina man for hwe nim se we die ka Ghana Black Stars be yire wo mo ho ama wo matimi ahye so ho dada yi a na de na nyenyenyenyenye na de man bisa akra mfa no che se nyenyenyenyenye ball a boys igbo ubaka so mo ball da ubaka so mo ball da ampa ho 40 passes nkwa koko wiase no Ghana 1 Ethiopia 1 it Ghana was 10 points South Africa was 10 points South Africa so boni die na se onya draw crowd 11 kwasi ada ebei ena South Africa and ebeto Ghana wan kan ha ne ene wo mo abosisi anu de ho ne se Ghana for dodo no a do mo retim fom resenka South Africa more draw oh ana obehye kran ko wonhye 1-0 bi se be ya se se o de go ba ko na bro Black Stars te kanyame ya dom na Black Stars etimichi South Africa hye no be 2 ana 3 a na senka Ghana a qualify so no de ahwa na kwa patience nya konyom me se da yeso
na ayade kasebon mu aseda ema etumekoi Ozone chemist at the Ozone's Garlic capsules ebeboaye eno na bua ma immune system ni nya ahoden kuti anyarewa yade anka won to fom da ye friend Ozone's Garlic capsules MTN say unim star 1755 asia ewiase nyina kuta wonsem ubetumi aye bibia bi wa bra wutifie High Science Ghana eniema papa nyina desuo wa saase o eniema papa wade ma odi edi bronya home appliances free air condition edibe TV home theater edibe si fridge awodo a wopanyina bi ewo High Sense bawura ni showroom we na kwantini ma papa ni bi Davos Certain Beauty oyema feminine mister ema oba fitiri komu ha nyina eyi esiesie wakama na janka ema mpem nkitawudie aya soronko afa yasa wo Davos Certain Glow Sour Gel ya di dare wedia no be kama empo tuntum kokko se chocolate ya na yidi amount fa wani tire East Legon anasa obafre 0596611277 car bank say wodi enyampo se bia woni wo mu di dadada eno ane se obenya wo mu app ni bi eno ye *771 hash *771 hash etisade watam bank no ene amu adwuma yefo afiri manager edibesi teller cleaners watam ni nyina ama ana wodi wo fie no utumi ye bibia bi wo so to extent say utumi pay third party vendors etumi transfer funds de kwa other banks awodo eto airtime ye bundle ni nyina car bank ena mouse akonyen 0800 500 500 amansan tiame kwabena mafo ana
nana ya kesi
ya damase ama monity a ebo no wote around the world ebeba na ene ensam no ya bono bede editie Magdari yosadman atenase ewo ni tfm 100.9 ya one Dr. Fred T. Asamoah Oye Chief Executive Officer ma Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training one no na ebetete nkomo omo gbanyem nso ewo OKFM ha Mickey da Triple Darling na ebeti akonye ebo no wote a around the world ya besan abamakwan mu ya damase amamumoni a Erade asumdie nka mu nyina.
Tune it in, turn it up.